Speaking of fierce, we have, thanks to Rosa Parks, 11, 12, 20, page 35, fighting for what is right, fighting for your rights. Epic. Okay? So the first word is the word passenger. What's the word? Excellent. Passenger. 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 Comes from the word pass. Passenger. Passenger. Notice we divide the syllable by the double consonant. We have one thing to mark up. Underline the I see a rule here. Yes, rule 3. Rule 3, soft G, sometimes when followed by Y, I, or E. The next word is the word board. What's the word? Excellent, board, which in this case means to enter, to join, to go into. Passengers board buses, trains, airplanes, and ships. Okay, and just going back to the word passenger. Passengers are travelers who ride or fly to get where they're going, to reach their destination. Okay, so board, but also another way to use the word board is a piece of wood, like a plank, like you walk the plank. People are building houses. They have a board like a 2x4. The board is to cover something, like they were boarding up a lot of the stores in the wake of the, in anticipation of the election results, but also in the summer when they were rioting going on, where there was rioting going on, people closed up or shut down or sealed it up. A board also is a committee. Like, for example, our school has a board of directors, a group that makes decisions, the Board of Education, Board of Trustees. For now, we're just going to do the word board in terms of entering. Okay? Board. Let's go. B-O-R-D. We use the O like in boat. You board a boat. B-O-R-D. Board. Okay, so how do we mark this up? Underline the O. We can use it more than one way. It is a homograph. But for our purposes, we're just going to talk about entering. Expect to be called on other ways to use the word board. Okay, now putting it in the past, it's the word boarded. First syllable, board. Second syllable, ed. That day that Rosa Parks boarded the bus, she did what she always did. She went to the back, but she boarded the bus. She refused to give up her seat. She took her stand by sitting down, okay? But she did get on, as she always did, in the customary way. How do we mark this up? Underline the O and the ed. What do we do with these two words? Excellent. People boarded up their stores. So again, we could use it more than one way. It is a homograph, but again, we are primarily dealing today with getting on a form of transportation. The next word is the word refuse. What's the word? Excellent. Refuse. Refuse is a big no. Okay? So it means you would not do what you were told to do or what you were expected to do. Okay? I refuse to live this way. I'm not going to live this way. All right? But also at the same time, sometimes we have things that we don't like to eat, so we refuse to eat them. We say no to them. That's fine. To say no, to resist, or to protest. Okay? Those are some excellent synonyms. Refuse is, you say no, you turn it down, you resist. Okay? Refuse. 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 Let's go. Refuse. Refuse. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things to mark up. Let's go. Underline the E, the U, second sound. Underline the silent E twice. Draw an arrow back. You know the rest. The E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. The next word is the word support. What's the word? Fantastic. The word is support, which means to do something to show that you agree with a person or that you want to help. Support, to uphold, to stand up for, to defend. Great syllable, going back to a fierce mother, right? That's what support is. That's what you do. That's what parents do. To uphold, to stand up, to defend, to help, to aid, to care, to show understanding, to assist, to back someone or to back something up. To endorse, to nurture, to protect, like your parents do. An antonym would be discourage or block, hinder, interfere, or to oppose. All right. Think about the election right now. There are those who support the outcome. There are those who don't. Okay. So they oppose. So let's go. Support. 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 First syllable, sup. Second syllable, port. Support. Notice we divide the syllable by the double consonant. How do we mark this up? Underline the or. When somebody is great with their support of you, you describe them as supportive. All right, so the next word is a holy word. It is the word, it is a solemn word. It is a sacred word. It is the word right. Now, we are primarily focusing on the freedom to take action or the freedom of action. Of course, we can use it more than one way. Right also means aside, like my right hand, my left hand. And also the word right means to be correct. But the sacred word that we're focusing on is the freedom to take action or the freedom of action. Okay? Individual rights are the foundation of our nation. Individual rights are what protect us with our freedom to act, to take action, to purchase things at the store, to try to pursue a job, not a guarantee for that job, but the right to pursue it, the freedom to pursue it. Okay, right. R-I-T. Right. We use 3-letter I. So let's go. R-I-T. Right. Okay, how do we mark this up? Underline the I. We can use it more than one way. It is a homograph, and we will be doing all 3 definitions. The etymology is the same, so you don't have to do that, but you do need your visual vocabulary. You do need your antonyms and your synonyms. You need a meaningful sentence, okay? So right, meaning the freedom to take action, the freedom of action. Aside, your right side, okay? Here's your antonym, left. When you're right about something, you're correct, you're accurate. The antonym would be incorrect or inaccurate. Okay, so right, some synonyms would be privileges, freedom, authority. Okay, what you're due, what you're owed. Okay, by right, I can vote for who I want. By right, it is owed to me, it is due to me to be able to speak or worship or pursue what I love to do, as long as it respects the rights of others and doesn't impose on them. And as long, again, as I said, as long as you respect their rights and you don't harm or violate their rights. A criminal is someone who violates a person's rights. You get it? We are not that. Okay. So some good antonyms for right in terms of the freedom to take action would be violate, injustice, slavery, dictatorship, okay, unfree. All right, so anyway, getting back to the next word, it is the wad, and we have the word, no, I messed up here, hold on one second. We have 7 and 8. So we're going to go to number 8. And our first wad is the word equal. What's the word? Excellent. Equal, which is even or balanced, right? Everything is the same. All right. There's a match. They're alike. They're identical. Okay. You have your counterpart. Great synonym. Unequal. Unlike. Okay. Equal. Like when we have the winter solstice, there's an equal, pardon me. When you have the spring or the autumn equinox, equal amount of day and night, equal. Let's go. Equal. Equal, equal, like equal rights. Okay, everybody has those same rights. Equal. We use equal, equal. All right, so how do we mark this up? Underline the E, the Q, third sound. The E can say E at the end of a syllable. That is rule 4. Q and U stick like glue. That is rule 1. Okay? Now, the next word, and our last word for the day, is the word equivalent. Equivalent. Okay, equivalent. Think about equivalent fractions. 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, or 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4. Okay, and again, equivalent means think about. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Equivalent means they're the same, they're equal, there's a match, they're identical, they're like, they're alike, they correspond. Okay, think about this. You have 3, I have 3. We have the equivalent amount of money. Equivalent also, think about synonyms where words mean the same thing, right? So for example, kind and nice, they're equivalent words. They're the same. Okay, so equivalent. Let's go. Equivalent. Equivalent. We use a. Equivalent. Equivalent. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 things, same thing. Underline the E, the Q, third sound. The E can say E at the end of a syllable, and Q and U stick like glue. That's rule 4 and rule 1, respectively. Yes, I did run out of room. That is rule 4 and rule 1. What do we do with these 2 words? Brace. Excellent. So let's go. Equal. Equal. Rosa Parks was fighting for equal rights. Equivalent. Equivalent. Some people say equivalent, but equivalent. Okay. Right. Right. Support. Support. Notice the double consonant. Divide the syllable. Refuse. Refuse. B-O-R-D. Bored. It is a homograph, but for our purposes today, it's all about getting on a form of transportation. Okay? Boarded. Boarded. Passenger. Passenger. Okay, getting back to the word right. Again, the freedom to take action, the freedom of action, a side. That's the second way to think about it, though the more common, and right when you are correct. Okay, so there you go. Getting back to the word boarded, I don't want you to write the etymology for this. It is the same. Everything else applies. Okay, there you go. And this ends lesson 15. And tomorrow you will have a major vocabulary test. That will be Friday the 13th. No irony there. No, it was a coincidence. Okay? All right, you will have a major vocabulary test on the past 15 lessons that we had.